about, I would like to focus a little bit on your journey to begin with. How was it growing up? Because I think very young in your life, I think it was very clear that you were going to carry a huge baggage of being the son of a stalwart or a legend in Telugu cinema. How was it growing up, and was it easy?
See, it definitely wasn't easy. Growing up was very easy. That was, I had, my father and mother made sure that, I was not wanting for anything. Irrespective of the hardships they faced, and especially my father, he made sure we were shielded from all the hardships. As growing up, we did realize that, what all they were going through. And I'm grateful for the way they have brought us all up. And if I'm 10% of what my father is, I think I'll be a great father.
Any excerpt you can give us on what kind of a father he was? Any memories that you have from back then?
Oh, there are a lot of memories. There were great memories.
Anything you can pinpoint on, something that our audience would love to hear?
One thing I know is that he never gave up. He never gave up. That was something which I learned. Even when all chips were down, everything was down. He always stood like a rock. And his attitude is where I think I learned a lot of my life lessons from.
So growing up, I believe you were a sports enthusiast as well, played cricket, were the captain of the basketball team of your college, if I'm not wrong. I remember reading that online.
I was the vice president, not the vice president, I was a vice captain of the Indian basketball team under 21. And then I was a captain of my university's cricket team. And then I did captain my basketball team. Yes, I also played district level cricket and basketball national level I did play. So I was pretty much into sports, and my life was in sports mostly when I was growing up.
That's, I would say, don't mean to bring in gender here, but that in that generation I think was something that most men were comfortable doing growing up. Get onto the field and play. How did movies happen? Was it just organic because your father was a stalwart, or is it something that was at the back of your head always?
See, Akash, I was an ugly duckling in my family.
It takes a lot to say that.
You have to be honest. I was an ugly duckling in the family, and I was never a great looker. And my family also decided that I would become an IPS officer, and I did train to write my civils, and I did give my preliminaries. And what I learned over the period of time, I asked God only one thing: make me an actor, and I'll save it as much as I can. And I keep telling in other interviews, in 1.3 billion people in the country, there are probably 200 people who are lead actors across the country. And I'm one of the 200. And I thank God for giving me this opportunity. And I want to, He gave me this opportunity, and I want to protect it by working hard and being disciplined. And here I am. There are much better looking guys than me.
Yes.
But I got the opportunity thanks to my father, and I want to nurture that and keep it intact by my hard work and discipline.
Going back in your journey once again, you just, as you said, you wanted to be realistic. Any regrets growing up that you've got? Any personality? I think we all, with time, grow up and mature as individuals, right? Today when I look back at the teenager in Akash Kolaru, I would say, okay, this is the personality trait and I'm glad I got rid of. Anything like that growing up that you remember?
The only thing probably I wish I can go back and change is my eating habits. Other than that, there are no regrets for me.
I think you worked on your physique
a lot
more than you did in the past.
Yeah.